We're here. We have the all-star lineup of panelists here today on the pod. And what better? It's for All-Star Weekend. We went to North Wilkesboro. We went all old-fashioned. DW was in the booth, and he didn't even boogity because Mike Joy wouldn't shut up. I was a little annoyed about that, honestly.
It's a damn
pretty
shame.
sad when Mike Joy's actually out old manning the old man in EW.
Yeah.
EW was the ultimate old man.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine. He didn't know what he was talking about a lot of the time, but he was just having a good time.
Speaking of commentating, though, we had Jamie and Larry Mack in the booth for the Open. More of that, please. Yes.
I agree with that, actually. I think
really
Jamie's
good.
very good, and I think Larry Mack is, of course, the kind of most underappreciated. Well, actually, I do think he's appreciated, to be honest, but I think he should be in the booth full-time for Fox because he adds so much to that. But yeah, we had North Wilkesboro. Kyle Larson just put on a clinic in both races, in the truck race and the cup race. Tegan is smiling because he knows how hard it is for me to say this.
Me and Bradley are both right now just.
Yeah, right.
Bradley fucking went off on your ass last night.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Bradley chose violence
Red lights,
last
Tegan?
night.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, red, Wilkesboro. A lot of things red in that area, I bet. The walls.
Winston Cup, baby.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was cool, seeing that, like, sign. Them keeping that. Yeah, that's cool. I bet Winston had some kind of. I saw like in one of the speakeasies in the infield, Winston actually had like a actual sponsorship in there, so they were involved in some capacity there, which is cool.
Well, they're on TV. It's fine.
Well, it was. Who cares? I mean,
I don't think it matters anymore. I say fuck it. Let them come back.
People are gonna make the decisions that they want to make, regardless. So, who cares? But yeah, we had Wilkesboro. Kyle Larson just absolutely dominated. It seemed like that he had a better handle for the track than everybody else, with him running on that little concrete patch coming out of turns 3 and 4. Seemed like he gained a lot from that. There's a lot of opinions out there. Personally, I think it was kind of an old-fashioned race. It wasn't exceptionally exciting, but I don't know if it needed to be. And, well, actually, for the All-Star race, it would have helped if it was.
I mean, out of both segments, we only had a one caution, so.
Yeah, but I think it was. I enjoyed it. It was a nice viewing experience for me. It was cool for the nostalgia effect of it. It was different. I mean,
I think I've been saying it. Even if the racing, because I had a feeling the racing wasn't going to be that great.
Yeah,
I was going to be shocked, pleasantly shocked if it was, but I thought it would be really good just because of the nostalgic feel of bringing the track back. They hit it out of park. The track. I mean, good for Marcus. I mean, really. They shoved it up the ass of Dead Man Bruton. Because literally that dude quoted, "Let it go back down to the earth." And guess where he's at? He's 6 feet under, and North Wilkesboro is up here laughing his ass off at his ass. So and his son had a hand in it. So that's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. He was holding a can of Coke all weekend.
He don't know how he needs a bottle. He needs a bottle.
Yeah, he was holding a can. It was kind of awkward.
Let's find out. Speaking of Coke, did y'all see the piece about Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin? Didn't he say something? I was reading the caption because I was listening to music, but he said something about that he used to have to drink Coke without the wrapping around it. He's always been a Coke person. So I feel like this Coke deal was a personal deal to get put together this year, and they had to get rid of Mountain Dew for a little bit.
Well, Mountain Dew's been gone. They left on their own. But
I think they had to wait though.
A-Shot was the beverage, and then they left. And then I guess they were like, Chase was like, "Hey, Coke." Yeah. So Matt actually had some opinions on this race while we were in the room before here. Tell me your thoughts, Matt.
I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't mind it for like the nostalgia thing, just because that was like just getting back into NASCAR only like a few years ago. Like I didn't know the history behind it till this weekend when they like really started to dig into it. So that was pretty cool about that. But I just feel like as far as the race, it was just single file racing. Like, and I don't need And I think we don't need like cautions to make it an exciting race. It would be exciting if it was just if you were able to pass on the outside and pass on the inside. But the only way you were able to pass was if you got to the inside and bumped somebody up the track, which you're not going to try to do in an all-star race because you're not trying to piss anybody off. So,
oh no. You're not going to do it for 5th or 6th or 7th when you're 10 seconds behind. There's no point.
Right, and that was the thing is Larson was just so dominant that there wasn't a point to do it because he was just able to check out so early in the race and no one was able to do anything about it. So I don't know.
I got something to add to that. So I didn't realize this until I thought of it yesterday. This would have been the one track where it probably would have been okay, in my opinion, to add some PJ1 to the outside lines. I think that would have helped.
It's not like it's going to ruin the racing surface because 90% chance this shit's getting torn up in a couple weeks.
I don't know. Marcus said that if he can help it, he's not paving it next year either.
He was holding his Coke and
I don't know. That shit was falling apart whenever they first started racing.
But they never did stop the races all weekend to fix it either.
He and Dale Jr. I think Marcus Smith views Dale Jr. as like Jesus.
Yeah, what he says goes. I like a religion.
Exactly. Yeah. Dale Jr.'s like, hold that can of Coke. And Marcus said, okay, I will. All weekend. I'll be holding that can of Coke. Like, you won't see me without.
Don't let go. I'll tell you to.
Was it at least open? Like, was he drinking it at all? Or was it just a closed
I don't think I ever saw him take a sip.
It was an open can.
Maybe it was a spit can.
Could be. I'll do some Twitter research here on Marcus Smith to see if we can find, any cans of Coke from him. Because I'm pretty sure that's all I saw, the entire weekend. I don't think I'm alone either, where I just saw him always with that can of Coke.
I noticed it this morning.
Yeah, good for him. He was thirsty, I guess. Sally, what do you think?
You get an old-fashioned racetrack, you're gonna get an old-fashioned ass
whooping.
Because it was. I liked it. Like I enjoyed watching that race, and it flew by. What was it, like an hour, 40 minutes, something like that?
Yeah.
This is by the way, this is how all NASCAR.
Not even because it didn't start at 8.
Just
so.
Yeah, it started a bit
I
after.
actually think that this
the truck race was really good, wasn't it?
I think this race would have benefited from some more length.
And daytime.
A caution with 5 laps to go would have been nice.
Yeah, I don't know about length because it's not like anyone was really hauling down Larson.
Yeah,
but,
I guess. I feel like a softer
I think the nighttime helps it. Larry always says if your car is not handling right, nighttime usually fixes 90% of them, and it makes everybody more even.
There he is. Look at him. Look at him smiling with that can of Coke right there. He's smiling away.
Coke Zero too.
Yeah, that's all he drinks. He's a 0 cal kind of guy. Where's that photo of him and Dale Jr.? He had a can of Coke in that too. Let's look
I think that
lights.
was
See, there it is.
Yeah.
It's just a can, and it's definitely drank out of. You can see the little brown beverage area.
Residue.
What
is Junior holding? Is that a asshole? What is that?
Is that a mask?
Or
no, it seems like it seems like a
bag
little
for glasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like a little drawstring bag type thing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Let's see if there's any more Marcus Smith. Hey Jeff. What the? Okay. Okay, well, Marcus Smith was pretty active on Twitter, so we're not going to look into all what he was doing. But we know that he was thirsty all weekend, which is nice.
Very thirsty.
Yeah.
It was hot all weekend.
It was.
Very warm.
So Maddie hasn't been here for the last couple of weeks.
Let's go.
Sal's excited. I'm excited. Somebody outside is revving their engine, so they're excited too. It's Troy, New York, baby. The 7th most dangerous city in the state of New York. Here's Matt for his segment. Maddie's Two Dudes. Hit the music.
Kyle Larson and Cliff Daniels. Spoiler.
Yeah, you got that one. My first dude's gonna be Kyle Larson. What 145 laps.
Okay, it's loud. Hold on.
And like I said, I don't know if extending the race would have been the best idea because he was just checked out so early, and it's not like anyone was really gaining on him. But my second dude is going to be Bubba. I think he was clearly the second best car in the race. I'm going to give an
Now they're going Bob Matthouse.
And then yep. And
No,
then I'm
that's
going
still me.
I'm going to give an honorable mention this race, not necessarily because of the performance, but because of the look of the car and how good it was. I'm going to give Kevin Harvick a little shout out here. It was nice to see the 29. And just the old scheme, like I said, I only got in NASCAR a little bit ago, so I didn't know like the nostalgia behind it, but that was a pretty badass looking car. So,
Matt, I'm going to suck your dick tonight.
Hey. Matty actually was like,
it's pretty ironic though how the best throwback car for this year wasn't at the throwback race.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't too upset about the scheme he ran last week.
And like not even just like Harvick's, like McDowell's was pretty good too.
McDowell's
like
was
I liked
nice,
it.
yeah.
that was very nice. McDowell had a time there in the open race.
yeah, that was funny.
The Jesus loving beef between Ty Gibbs and Michael
What
McDowell.
side was Jesus going to take on that one?
Well, you know,
He-
Ty is Jesus though. Remember,
He did compare himself.
He did
to
compare
Jesus,
himself
yes.
to Jesus last year.
That was
Ty,
so
people
stupid.
People are hating on you. How do you feel? Well, they hated Jesus too. That's not what you say. And somebody else actually like publicly said that, and I was like, "Oh,
You
we
don't
can't.
say that. You don't say
Yeah,
that.
we can't be doing that." But yeah, Michael McDowell, Ty Gibbs had beef. I kind of wanted Michael McDowell just to try to fight him or something, so he could get his ass whooped again, even by like Ty Gibbs.
By a small ass fucking 18-year-old
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
You got to watch them scrappy. They can get scrappy. That dude's
Yeah.
probably been picked on before he got in the NASCAR
absolutely.
Oh,
on the schoolyard. So you know he could probably. I mean, he's the one that went after Sam Mayer, is he not?
Man, look, that kid went to private school his entire life. He's a fucking Gibbs. Everybody was sucking that kid's cock throughout school. I'm just letting you know that right now.
I think he can still fight.
Wait a minute, your dad was Coach Joe.
McDowell's got to have this crew. So
After Gregson fought with Burton, didn't like JGR get like a UFC training
They did. Yeah, they got UFC training
just in
for-
case they ever
for
have
the
to
drivers
throw
and
down
shit.
again?
Good for them, man. Do they hire like Jeffrey Earnhardt? I know he had a couple of UFC fights or MMA fights.
We all
before he
know
was
who
in
they're
the-
hiring.
Who? Who?
What? I
Who?
didn't
I'm
say
asking.
it. I didn't
I
say
think we're
it.
lost here. I think
Who are
only
you talking-
Wessel is in on this show.
Cody
Yeah, I
Ware?
think-
This will be the after show,
The post show. Okay.
post show. I think Tegan got it. I saw that head nod. Maybe.
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
I have no
We'll
idea.
move on.
Well,
Keep moving.
but yeah, so Larson
almost like he just-
dominated.
Disappeared. Like a Casper.
Wessel.
Allegedly.
We're banned.
Allegedly.
We were banned a long time ago.
Cancel.
I think that started about the time I started talking about watermelons.
Yeah. Oh boy, that was a
That was a hell of a
wild
show.
last 15
That was a hell of a
minutes.
show.
Oh man, everything that we just said is a legend, though.
Alleged.
But yeah, Kyle Larson. I really think he's on like 2021 form right now. It seems like, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out there and wins.
5 more races in the year out.
Yeah.
Fucking-
So if he's at 6 to 7 wins, that's not going to surprise me at all. All of Hendrick seemed very off compared to him.
Good for him. Yeah.
Chase
I
Elliott
mean,
was
even
solid.
24 had to pit under green, him and Kyle Busch. That was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neither one of them
they-
got the lap back either.
I think they knew that they were out of any contention to win, so they just wanted to try what will this do.
see how big of a
Sure.
difference. Probably.
So that could have been interesting. It wasn't. But yeah, I think Kyle Larson could rattle off a bunch more wins. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins Sunday. It's a great track for him. He's fast. I might pick him. I don't know.
Can't wait
but
to
yeah.
see
The picks are good. I don't know. I don't think you'll be picking this week, Ryan, because I think we have picks from everybody. I don't know about Bradley, but I'll text him.
Can I be an honorary pick then?
JB's.
JB's giving me his pick, yeah.
Okay.
So we're all picked up. But yeah, we had some. This is more of a serious topic. We had some troubling details come out about Bubba Wallace's radio during the race. I guess somebody had hacked into his radio and told him to go back where he came from.
This was on the cool.
Where's he going to go? Back to Alabama?
Yeah, probably where that idiot's from. Like I mean.
Yeah, he probably don't even realize he's from Alabama.
Yeah.
He's from Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
boy.
I think they said he had no place in NASCAR, which is kind of ironic considering he finished second. I mean, so he showed that he's definitely here for a reason. I think he's had multiple top fives in a row in the Cups, like in the last couple of weeks.
Last few weeks.
Yeah.
I think at least like 4 of the last 5 or something like that.
Kansas, he was top 5. I forget where they were last week. Darlington, I think he was top 5 as well there.
He's top 16 in points now.
Yeah. So good for Bubba. But I really don't understand why people still are so narrow-minded and think this way.
I'm just surprised a certain word didn't get put on the radio.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, thank God it didn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
from the tweet that I saw, the dude said that allegedly this was not the first time it had happened. That they have had people hack into his radio before.
So I want to know where they're getting their shit at.
yeah, but if he was all looking for attention, he would have came out and talked about it, which he hasn't.
Exactly.
Well, so this brings a whole lot more context to him, kind of like, you know, with the who was he flipping off post race?
That come out to be a friend, and NASCAR is not going to fine him for it.
Okay.
There was a friend in the background, I guess, one of his friends.
Because I didn't know if he was like flipping off the stands or what. I didn't know what that was, and I was like, that's a little out of character. That was a little wild. And then I heard the clip, and I was like, that brings a little context to it. So I don't know.
Maybe he could have lied.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a friend because Bubba seems to be like just because Bubba seems like a jokester with his friends, so the middle finger wouldn't be a surprise. A lot of people flip off their friends. A lot of people just flip off their friends for no reason. They'd be like, who wouldn't do that?
Yeah. Yeah, but like we said, there's no spot for that in the world, but let alone in NASCAR where there's really only one African American driver.
So this is my thing. So if it's happened more than once, is it happening every time when the race is done, when them cars are off? Because that should tell you that it's somebody in them stands or in the infield. They're doing it without the background noise being an issue, like the race cars.
Yeah.
If it's happening at the end of the races, so if it's happening, I didn't know it happened more than once. So
and I wouldn't be surprised if it is happening at the end of races, just because if the one person like hacking it knows that there's a good chance that he's going to hack it, he's going to wait till after the race till like almost all the cars are shut down, so that way Bubba can actually hear him. The radio can hear it, just to try to be a douchebag. But like I said, there's no reason to do anything like that. Bubba obviously knows what he's doing. He's improving year in, year out. Like he said, right now, he's in the playoffs. It'll begin today. He's been close this year to a few victories. He's had top 5s, multiple top 10s. I think he'll get a win here before the end of the season. But, yeah, just not a spot.
I don't think he showed winning speed yet this year, but he's consistently running up front, which is something we haven't seen from him yet.
And
that's helping him a lot.
And I wouldn't be surprised that like if we get to Michigan or something like that, that he's gonna show that speed at one of those tracks.
Yeah, and the summer stretch I think is always good to Bubba Wallace track wise. You know, you take the road courses out of it. You have a lot of.
He's gotten better at road courses. He's not really bad at road courses like he used to be. But
but you expect him to be around 20th.
I mean, he is quoted on Radioactive saying, "Get me back on an oval where I belong," because he just hates road courses.
Yeah,
he does despise road courses. He is not a road course guy. We have known that.
Yeah, but like he's 15th in points right now, and he's literally had the most DNFs out of anybody in NASCAR so far this year.
That Matt, good job.
So if he doesn't have DNFs, he'd probably be like in the top 10, I would imagine.
Probably.
Good call. There was definitely some good tracks coming up for him. I feel like Charlotte would probably be good for him. Mile and a half seemed like his really area of expertise, aside from the super speedways. Anything with high speed, I feel like he's pretty good at. So we'll see where Bubba goes here in the coming weeks. Tyler Reddick finished third. Good run for him. Always kind of flying. He's flown under the radar all year, but Maddie's championship pick, right?
Yes.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good right now. Like I said, it was rough there to start the year, but since he's gotten the win, I feel like that gave him a jolt of momentum that he's been able to.
A little jolt. Okay.
A little jolt.
And something to remember is them two cars outran their parent cars.
Yeah.
All Joe Gibbs cars were really off, especially toward the end of that run. They were fucking dropping, and Tyler and Bubba were like, they were starting to actually match Larson at the end of that run. It just took 100 laps for them to finally do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think Reddick's running better. He was good at Charlotte last year, so I think he's definitely
Chase Briscoe finished fourth, who also ran well at Charlotte last year until an unfortunate late race incident for him and Kyle Larson. He finished fourth. Yeah, so good for him. That's a good run for him this week. Briscoe is really odd to me. Like, I feel like more than once this year he's come out and been like 35th at the beginning of the race and way off.
Yes.
But they figure it out before the end of the race more often than not and end up with him in the top 20.
He is a real true oddball. He's just like he's
an odd guy.
That's how I'm gonna say it. He's like you said, he's like in 30th for most of the race, then somehow sneaks into a top 20, even sometimes a top 15. This including like Phoenix, where luckily he has probably the best driver to ever drive Phoenix, Kevin Harvick, to help him through there.
Yeah. It's nothing more odd than an Ohio State guy wearing a Kent State hat.
I go to school there, okay? So it's not as weird as you think.
Yeah, dickhead.
I go to school there.
Chase Elliott finished fifth as the only Chase Elliott fan on the podcast. Sal, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, compared to what Heat 1 was like, I call that an absolute win for that.
I thought he was good in Heat 1. He just they made some kind
I don't know
of
what
adjustment.
they did to the car and that.
So bad.
But shout out to him for showing some personality again. This
good walk. He was pretty
with
funny.
Michael Waltrip. Yes, that was pretty good.
That was funny.
Last time you interviewed me, I broke my leg.
How about you just walk away?
Yeah. I think Chase despises the grid walk. I have never seen him like excited. Like never. He was always kind of like sighs whenever Michael Waltrip walks up to him.
I think he tries to tell like some of his guys, "Hey, talk to me," so he doesn't come over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Rick, make it look like you're giving me a stern talking to.
Yeah, right.
Wave your finger in my face.
He had an interesting comment after the race where he was talking about finishing fifth, and he just said, "That's where we're at nowadays," which really gave me a lot of confidence as a Chase Elliott fan.
And I think that just means that's where they're stuck at with this package.
I don't know.
Because he got there and that's where he stayed.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that or like, I mean, you could think about it in the fact that Chase is
performance-wise.
Yeah, like Chase performance-wise is still running top 5, top 7, which is his favorite spot. Despite being I don't think he's near 100%. I would say probably he's like at maybe 85, 90, somewhere in between there. So you figure like maybe in another month or so, maybe in like another month, we could see how good where he's really at. I think the first road course coming up, I think that'll be a real big test for him just to see.
Which one is Sonoma?
Yeah, I think after the next road course, we'll get a real good look at what Chase is.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how he does. This is a big week, I think, for him in my eyes, because he ran really well there last year. I think he finished. Did he finish second?
No, he wrecked.
Oh, did he?
He
Oh, he
spun,
did. Yeah.
Remember? Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Remember, he was part of that group that kept spinning on their own.
Yeah.
There for like the first half of the race.
Yeah, but he did. He led 86 laps and was leading at the end of the second stage, at the end of the first stage. So he was definitely on a path there to probably do some damage.
Chase has had some strong runs. We just don't mention the fact that one year that Gus System absolutely blew it for him.
2020. I know.
That was a loser
I know.
situation.
It was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's back when the cars were still not even.
Yeah. I feel like this is the time for Chase. I think he's gonna win. That's my pick.
Gustafson's gonna blow it for him again.
Shut the fuck up, Ryan.
It's hard to blow it with this car. You literally can stay out and not pit for tires and still be fine.
Yeah.
This is a Gustafson-proof car.
Yeah, he can't mess up, right?
He'd have to like fucking shoot the tires out from his pit box to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Just don't pit this weekend. Don't pit at all. Fuel.
No kidding.
You need tires, you idiot.
Well, even if tires don't wear a smidge, Alan always goes, "Hey, coming for 4 tires and fuel here." Every time.
We'll get
never fails.
I think that's a whole. That might be a Hendrick.
Can't be no worse than Rodney at Phoenix.
That might be a Hendrick thing because Greg Ives was known for getting 4 tires every time too. So that might be a Hendrick thing.
So how is a Bowman fan feeling right now? I know he hasn't been back, but what do you think he's thinking right now if you're a Bowman fan?
I think you're thinking if he don't come back this week, I'd be worried about points a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's still
Well,
right there on
let's
the
be honest.
cutoff.
If Bowman is 60 points out, or excuse me, if Chase Elliott is 60 points out and Bowman is 30 points out, who do you think has a better chance to make it?
I think they even up when it all ends.
Yeah, and then it probably comes down to them. That could be interesting. And who I'd be rooting for.
Bowman!
Hell yeah, baby. Alex Bowman, my guy, my dog.
If best driver on Hendrick.
Absolutely, no doubt. The GOAT, Alex Bowman. We're going to do pod picks. I have no preparation for this whatsoever, so we're going to walk each other through this whole
It's
thing.
been a week since I don't even know who even goes first.
Bradley
I
won.
remember who I picked last.
Bradley won with Kevin Harvick at Darlington.
I had Denny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Who picked Newman?
I did. It was a throwaway.
So who's last? I have to look into like.
Yeah, I'll put up the results right now. Where were they last week?
Darlington.
Darlington.
All right. Darlington. Do.
Why didn't we pick for the All-Star race, but we picked for the Clash?
I wanted to. I even offered, told Mike, hey, let us pick, give us free reign of anybody that's already been picked. And he said,
Kyle
no.
Larson.
I'd have lost,
What?
but
Kyle Larson was last out of this group. Wait, what? Matt, why did you say Kyle Larson?
Because we just were mentioning who we were going to pick for the All-Star race.
Sal.
Oh, okay.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Who was the? Who were the people again? Well, I'm looking at the results.
So
Who picked
Bell, Hamlin, Newman, Larson, Reddick, Jones, Harvick.
All right. Well, Newman goes first. He finished 28th.
What about Larson? Wouldn't Larson be behind that? Or no? Newman.
Larson finished. Did someone pick Tyler Reddick? You said.
I thought he finished, but Ross didn't.
They'd go
Maybe
22nd, so that would be next. Larson was 20th, so Larson would be after that. And then who else do we have?
Hamlin, Bell, Jones, and Harvick.
Hamlin, Bell. Oh, Jones is in the middle.
Okay.
Jones is after Newman.
Okay.
And then Hamlin. Who else? Hamlin, Bell.
Uh,
And then who was it?
Harvick.
Hamlin, Bell, and Harvick. Where's Harvick?
So the person
Harvick
that
was
picked.
second. So then it would be.
Newman is first, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Tegan. Who you got? What the?
It's
Seriously?
getting tough, boys. It's getting tough.
It is. It's you trying to decide if you want to throw away or take a heavy hitter.
I've used a lot of heavy hitters these last few weeks.
See, I haven't.
And they have all stunk. Every goddamn one of them.
One of those heavy hitters was my pick.
I picked Larson, and I'm pretty sure he finished last in that week. And
I'm gonna take Hamlin.
Ryan picked Seabell for me. He literally finished last.
Okay, so then Jones would be next, right?
Yes, Jones finished 20.
That's JB, and he's picking.
Damn,
He's
how you
picking
have
Ty
Kyle
Gibbs.
Larson? Nope. That's what I thought about taking was Ty Gibbs.
Next up, who would be next, Matt? Reddick or Larson?
Reddick. That's
and
me.
That's
I think, right?
you. Who you got?
Jesus Christmas. Well, I've taken about every single big name.
Sure.
But I'm going to continue on the big name train here. I'll go Chase Briscoe.
Is that really a big name?
Briscoe is good.
It's a Ford at a mile and a half. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's
Briscoe,
Bradley. He just got taken.
Briscoe was good here last year.
Next up would be Larson, who is Sal.
I'm going to take Chase Elliott.
You fucker. God damn it.
And then it was Bell, Hamlin, Harvick, right, as the last three.
Kyle Larson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, him too.
And then
God
Wessel, who
damn,
you got?
these are heavy hitters. I'm thinking about swinging here, or not swinging.
Punting.
Punting here. Yeah, I mean we're on the P column.
Is Newman even in it?
Here. Newman is not doing mile and a halves. He's only doing short tracks.
So JJ Yeley. It means you get to pick first next week.
You don't know that.
JJ Yaley wins the
I don't know, man. Which one of these weeks did I have? Hold on, scroll back on mine. There was one week I had BJ McLeod. He finished second. I had BJ McLeod at Vegas, and he was second to Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
All those other motherfuckers finished behind him.
Yeah, that did happen.
Oh my god, I have such bad luck of picking good drivers and them doing shit.
Harrison Burton.
Harrison
He
Burton.
has.
I have picked Harrison. That was another punt week.
BJ McLeod. You just said we just talked about that, yeah.
Austin Dillon? No, you took all Dillons, didn't you?
Is Brennan Poole in this race?
I don't think Wessel's taken either Dillon.
I don't think I've taken either of the Dillon brothers yet. Give me, you know what? He is a past Coke 600 winner. I will take Austin Dillon.
Okay.
He's not back into another one.
He's due.
One, right?
He's due.
He's due for a hand-me-down, yeah.
He's due.
Yeah. Bradley
Austin Dillon is due to back into.
Well, is he though, really? Because he did win the 400 last year, didn't he? The Daytona race.
He backed into that.
He does one of those every year, right?
He gets a win about every other year.
Yeah. So good for him. Coke 600, what are we expecting? I'm expecting a barn burner.
You think it's going to be a good race?
I do.
I feel like this car took a step back from last year.
I think it's just
I don't know.
more teams getting used to it.
Well, we had
that's the problem.
We only had 2 mile and a halves. One of them was really bad, and one of them was one of the best races in recent memory. So it's kind of hard to judge where we're going to be at. I'm going to be hopeful and think that Charlotte's going to be pretty entertaining.
Coke 600 was probably the best race last year. So
yeah, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely one of. Yeah,
Kyle Larson Busher flipped through the fucking infield was
odd. Yeah, I didn't. That was wild. I kind of forget that happened.
Somebody who Daniel Suarez would have been a sleeper pick because he was really fast.
He ran really well
last year until that
I thought about that. That's who I was going to take. But him and Ross keep taking turns on who's going to struggle. And I thought it was going to be Ross's turn at the All-Star, but like he went from 21st on that long run.
By the way,
the first segment and went to 9th.
No Ross Chastain in the news this week. Look at that. You run
Yep.
clean, you don't get fucked.
He will. No, he will. He will be in the news at the Coast 600. I'd put money on it.
Ryan's got money on it.
I think he don't last long. I don't think he
Fair.
can be tamed.
He was such a pussy around Kyle Larson this week.
The only reason why he
Kyle Larson wasn't though. That motherfucker had him jacked up from
Yeah.
the bumper early.
That
The
might be
ol-
a
He
pick.
did that
That
to
might be
everybody, though.
that might be one to watch here this weekend. Is Chastain? He was very, very good here last year.
Both
There-
trackhouse cars were.
there. The only reason why Chastain wasn't in the news as much this week or at all was because it was a short track and you're allowed to beat and bang on each other's cars. Charlotte not so much.
Slow.
He was pretty slow.
Yeah.
He'll be fast here. He's going to be reckless, and he's probably going to wreck himself plus somebody else. Please be Kyle Busch, because I would love to see him rock his ass.
Damn. Okay, Ryan.
Kyle
Eight,
Busch.
nine,
Push Bush do.
Yeah, that
I
was-
just want to see Kyle beat the shit out of Chastain.
Bro, I want Harvick too.
yeah,
that would-
it's
Harvick ain't gonna do
I don't
shit.
think
He's got
Harvick
kids now.
will. Yeah, he's got kids. He can't.
He's got kids. He ain't
So
gonna
does
do
Kyle.
shit.
Like,
I've noticed that with Kyle Busch. He has settled down a lot since he's got
Who
his,
is gonna
his
beat
boy.
up this guy then?
Kyle.
Joey Logano.
Michael McDowell.
You
He's
remember
getting
him,
right with Jesus. Jesus is on his side.
y'all remember him and Joey getting into it at Kansas a few years ago?
Who?
Kyle?
Joey and
Kyle and Joey?
it was Vegas, right?
Was it Vegas? I couldn't
Vegas.
remember.
It was Vegas.
Yeah, it was
Vegas 17.
The infamous Kyle Busch bloody face photo.
Mhm.
I could see someone like Larson
Probably got from
doing
his
it
own
if he,
fingernails.
spins him or something
Larson
like
would
that.
not fight him.
You don't think so?
Kyle Larson ain't gonna fight nobody.
Kyle
He's a
Larson's already said that he's not a fighter. Look at how
Yeah.
he's even said it himself. I'm
literally-
short and small.
That's,
I wanna
that's
see-
exactly what he said after Vegas with Bubba last year.
Oh.
Why he didn't
I
fight
could-
back is because he said he was going to get his ass beat.
Bubba
wanna
would
see-
fight him.
wanna
I would
see
love,
a-
you know what?
no,
Chastain, I would love to see Chastain just wreck Bubba, and next thing you know, you see Chastain just getting the shit beat out of him by
Bubba
Bubba.
would fucking kill that guy.
Yeah. Let's get Chastain and AJ. I think Allmendinger would bring the.
AJ's a
Yeah.
little scrappy guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you imagine like Chastain wrecks 3 Stuart Haas cars and Tony just comes to beat the shit out of him?
What about Regan
Tony's
Smith?
Tony's got to be there to do that, and Tony's too busy fucking his wife at the damn drag
Whoa.
strip right
Oh,
now.
he-
That's not going to happen
Oh.
either.
He'll be there next week.
Yeah. Oh
He'll
yeah,
be
he's
there
too
next
busy in the booth. I would love to see him come out of that booth and go down there and whoop his ass. That'd be fucking good TV right there. I wonder if
I'll
Fox
be
would
right
cut
back,
to
you
it.
guys.
I wonder if Fox
Yeah.
would even cut
Yeah,
to
look,
it. He'd be
they're gonna-
torn.
They're going to show
Okay,
the
he's
booth camera
technically an
and you fucking
employee.
see-
Do we want to
see
catch him in
Tony.
the act of beating somebody's ass?
Yeah, right. I want to see Regan Smith beat him up.
No, Tony Stewart has a Spencer moment. All you hear is. And you hear the headset hit the ground.
Oh man. Oh, my favorite is when he went, "Yup."
Yep, that's what you hear Tony do. Yep. And the headset just hits the floor. You hear a door shut.
I could see
So-
Priest. I could see Priest fighting Chastain.
Priest
That guy's
would
hot.
do it.
He,
Yeah.
he gets pissed off easily. That guy's been
Only way they
angry
have
all
a
year.
problem is when Chastain is lapping him, though. So
damn. Come on, Ryan Priest isn't that bad. Sal, you're a
Yeah.
punk.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest. Them Stuart Haas cars ain't got much.
it's just Harvick, pretty much.
This goes all right. Eric Almirola has just fallen into
Oblivion.
mediocrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Eric
But I
Almirola
do feel like
ever
he's
rise out of
outrunning his other two
mediocrity?
teammates, though.
Bro, Eric Almirola has a top 5 cup points finish.
So does fucking
And
Ryan
almost
Newman.
made the Final Four. Because it was against Harvick that year he got disqualified, and then he blew a tire at Phoenix, and it damaged the car.
Yeah.
It came down to him and Harvick and Kurt Busch, and Kurt Busch got wrecked out too. So
Oh yeah, that's when they had to fix the track or whatever. At Phoenix.
no, there wasn't nothing wrong with the track.
no,
It
there's
was just
nothing wrong.
he
with
ran a aggressive setup. He blew a tire while leading, and then the best he could do was like finish fourth with it. After
No,
that, he
I'm
barely
saying
made
that-
it in.
I'm saying with Kurt. I'm saying with
Clint
Kurt Busch.
Boyer has a fucking top 5 points finish.
Top
I don't
two.
think Clint,
top
yeah, I mean,
two. Oh,
was it
Clint,
two
I
or was it
thought
three?
okay, Clint Boy. I could have sworn he got
wasn't
second
it?
there at the end.
Yeah,
He was
it wasn't,
2000 he
wasn't
was
the
third
year
in
him and Jeff?
2007.
The year him and Jeff
Yes.
got into it, wasn't he? He was
was
Because
running.
He
I
was- had a
think
chance.
if
He was
Jeff
third
hadn't
in
wrecked
points at the
him,
time at Phoenix when Jeff
he would have
wrecked him.
been a whole lot closer to the championship
Yeah.
at Homestead.
That
With
was,
the way they finished.
Boy.
what, 2011? Was it when Brad won, I think?
2012.
2012.
2012.
12, yeah.
That's my boy, Jeff. Stand up for yourself. Jeff would fight
Lockdown
And
Chastain.
then hurry up and get to the holler. He's gonna whip my ass.
Jeff would fight Chastain.
Jeff Gordon made sure he wrecked him and got out of the car first. He had a head
Bro,
start.
Jeff Gordon was in the fight.
No, he
in that whole
wasn't.
big- yeah, there was a big
Oh, you're so
scrum
full of
when he
shit.
got out
You're
of the
so full of
car.
shit. He was not. He
He
was in
was
there
right
going.
there.
I
He
just
was in
remember.
there checking his boots.
I
Come on.
I remember like
He was not in that.
there was
Yes, he was.
they said I think Steve Letarte said there's a fight and Junior's like, where? Get your cameras out.
Steve Pop Tart.
LaFart.
Fart.
Maybe that's what Dirty Mo Dough's all about. He's fucking doughing up some tarts. Man.
Steve Letarte making Pop Tarts.
He's making
Um,
tarts. It's him rolling his dough. Making
Yeah, right.
tarts. Yeah.
Did anybody watch Indy 500 qualifying this weekend?
No.
No,
I watched
I
a
heard
little
about
bit
it.
of it.
Steve Letarte was there, like on the broadcast, like covering from the pits.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I like it.
I don't know why. Like, what does he know? about
NBC's
it?
probably got him pulled out there.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
sure they'll
okay,
probably
they
have
sent
big
Dale
numbers.
Jr. to a horse track. What does that motherfucker know about
Yeah,
horses?
because that's
Exactly.
I bet he ain't never been on one. He
That's
just knows
the
how to
goal.
bet on it.
People know who Dale Jr. is. Nobody knows who Mr. Pop Tart is.
That's
You do if you're in auto sports. You think somebody that watches horses is going to watch Indy? Well, since Dale Jr. watched my sport, I guess I'll watch Indy and NASCAR now. No, no, the fuck not.
The only reason why
Come
I
on.
the only reason why I
Dale
think
was the only one that picked the Derby winner.
the only reason why I
That don't
think
mean shit.
the only reason why I think Junior was even at the Derby is because it's the biggest horse race of the year besides the Breeders' Cup.
Everybody goes to the fucking Derby.
They have him
So
there every year.
so Junior's going to be there because he's considered popular, so you may as well have someone popular from another
Yeah.
sport try to be there. I
Yeah.
mean, they had OBJ say riders up at the fucking
With
Preakness.
the Preakness, yeah. Dale Jr. said, "Give me Mage," and Mage went out there and fucking won. So shout out Dale, man.
Fucking lost $35 on that damn Preakness.
I lost 20.
I lost
Um,
35.
I was on
Oh,
Red
20.
Route 1. You bet on the Preakness, Tegan?
No, not the Preakness, the Derby.
What do you have?
Michael, let's not forget that you got a
I had
cheap win
two.
last year.
Who'd you have?
That's 2 years ago.
What was it, 2 years ago? What was
Yeah.
that fucking horse's name again? I can't remember.
Medina Spirit.
Medina Spirit that failed the drug test. Yeah.
13-1. I won $200 off of it, and it failed a drug test, but I kept my money.
I was going to say, I think everybody kept their money on that, though.
They didn't.
That was already paid out. Yeah, they can't reverse that shit. That's a damn headache.
No, I'm fucking running back. Like, nope, I don't have it. I spent it.
cash out, cash out, cash out.
Quick.
I done bet again.
Yeah.
It was, it was even funnier when Maximum Security got disqualified.
Ryan, your room is obsessively dark. Whatever just happened in your room faded you into like black.
The sun went behind the damn house.
That's a good point. Well, Tegan, I believe you do have to go right now.
Yeah. I did. I got
so
a race.
thank you
I'm
for
starting the
joining
league back
us.
up. So
Let's go, Tegan. Go win, right?
yep,
Go give him
Daytona.
a good ass kicking.
Hey,
A good old fashioned ass whooping.
send me an invite to the lobby so I can watch whenever I get on.
Okay.
Same here to me.
I may stream it. It's Daytona, so I don't care.
Okay.
Send it to me also, I guess.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
send
everybody
it to
gets an
me.
invite.
All of us.
I'm Oprah Winfrey. You get an invite. You get an invite. You get an invite.
You get an invite.
It's like CFR. I'm like, you get a win. You get a win. You get a win. You get a win. And with that,
Tegan Jones, everybody. You guys want to play a game?
Sure.
Sure.
So, what's the customary amount of drivers a NASCAR team can have?
What is it? What?
The customary amount of teams a NASCAR team can have.
The customary.
We're talking about through all 3 series, or
Just say Cup.
so? Are we talking about like chartered teams or just
Teams
Just
that they
like
can compete field.
5?
4?
It's 4.
Isn't it
Okay.
4 full time? And then you get
They
a
don't have
part-time
the
card?
rookie anymore, so it's just 4. We recently had the NASCAR 75 list come out. Right. Very cool list.
Did we ever go over that after they ended it? Y'all probably did that
Oh.
last week when I wasn't here, didn't you?
We're probably going to go over it with what we do right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna write all your names down on here. We
Guess who's
are
where?
going to do a draft.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna do a draft. Make sure you guys, because
Ryan likes
not
drafts.
really. Ryan loves drafts. We are
Especially
draft-
mock ones.
Yeah, but this is a real one. This is no mock draft. This is a
Real
real
thing.
draft.
This is
little
real
do you
life
know,
right now.
Ryan has already had his mock drafts made up for this.
You didn't even know this was happening. Ryan
was
had
like-
his-
He's got the paper on the side. He's got the big board. It's fucking right there.
I
I
have
was
a
waiting for Ron Hornaday.
I do have a big board on my phone for fantasy, but that's just a
If anybody can get the NASCAR 75 list on hand for yourself, that would be helpful. Because I can't show 2 things at the same time. But yeah. So how do we want to determine who picks first? I think we should do a snake draft.
okay.
Right? That makes the most sense, most fair option. So
Okay.
if you guys all can have the NASCAR 75 list ready. Now, this is kind of a tough draft to do because you have different eras, right?
Yeah.
I would say pick a driver. Drivers are judged based on how they performed in the eras. So you'd look at like peak Jeff Gordon compared to his competition, peak Richard Petty compared to his competition, peak Jimmy Johnson compared to his competition. So that's kind of how I would judge it. And we're going to do this, and it's going to be fun. You know, we have this. Does everybody have the NASCAR 75 list on hand?
Yeah, I'm on Wikipedia.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm on-
So I'd
I'm
like
on
you
Oxford.
guys to pick a random number between 1 and 20. Okay.
All right.
Based on our closeness to the
Do
number.
we say it out loud or are we just holding on to it? What do we do?
We're going to say it out loud. We'll go around. Based on our closest to the number is who picks first. Or
Okay.
how about this? You get to pick where you pick.
Okay.
Because it's a snake draft. And there'll be 5 of us. So you say, you get the first option. You say, I pick third. Right in that middle.
All right.
Okay.
I'll put,
My number is 7.
I'll just
We'll
double
go-
Mike and go 14.
Wait. You have the
Yeah.
number in your head.
Yeah,
though,
how
and
do-
you're
how
picking
do
the
we
number.
know
What's
you're
going
not
on?
cheating
I-
here?
no,
I'm gonna go on a
Michael.
random
Yeah, I was
website.
gonna say.
Oh, he's going to do a
figured
random
Michael was
number
gonna
generator. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
I got you.
I figured what he was gonna do. That would be some
Yeah.
slimy shit, though, Mike. Has the number in his head.
Wait, I want 8.
Wait, the number 7.
What are you
How about-
pulling?
The number 7. Wow, that's incredible. I pick first. So Ryan said 14.
Yep.
Okay. Matt, what do you got?
Damn.
I'll go Derek Jeter. I'll go number 2.
Wessel?
I was going to go 15, but with that 14, I'm going to slide down to 12.
Sal?
17.
Okay. So we're going to go on random.org here. We'll show it in a second.
I was about to say you better show that.
Yeah,
shit.
We have nobody below 7. So,
I picked 2.
oh, you got
Yeah,
2.
Maddie's
Okay.
on 2.
About to say, if it's any number below 7, we're handing this to Mike. It's like almost
Not
half
quite.
the numbers.
Not quite.
Okay, here we are on random.org. So you see over here, we're going to do 1 to 20. Here we go. So I have 7. Ryan's got 14. Matt's got 2. Wessel's got 12. Sal's got 17. It's going to be 14.
We're gonna go with 3. I'm gonna pick
Ryan's
third.
picking third. Okay, let me get to that screen. There's a lot of things that we have to do here.
I win.
Right
Okay.
on the nail, too.
So Ryan gonna pick third in the draft here. Who was second closest? So it was Wessel
14,
or
17.
Sal.
No, it would be. I was last.
Wessel's at 12, so you get to pick. What's your pick? 1 through 5.
I'll
What do you
stay
want?
second. I'll say second.
Okay.
Right there.
And
Sal,
then
what do you
go
want?
Mr. Sal.
I'll do fifth.
Oh.
I will take fourth.
Oh, I get the first pick of the draft.
Maddie's picking first.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so Matt with the first pick in the. We're gonna title this NASCAR.
What is this draft for, by the way? What's the point of this?
Fun. And
Just
then
for
maybe I'll put something on the Instagram story of who has the best team, and we'll do a voting thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are we only picking 4 drivers? Like
4
that's
drivers
our team.
each person.
Okay.
Snake
Okay.
draft. So Sal picks 5th in the first round and 1st in the second round.
So I'll pick last in the next round.
Correct. Maddie, who you got?
With the first pick in the NASCAR 75 draft, I will take who I personally think as the greatest driver of all time, Jimmy Johnson.
That's a good pick.
Okay.
Jimmy Johnson goes 1.
Jimmy Jones.
Wessel, second. What do you got?
I'm gonna go Dale Earnhardt.
Okay.
To kind of
Intimidator.
yeah.
Brian.
Jeff Gordon.
He only did it because you were next.
You fucking cocksucker. Are you serious? You really fucking just did that?
Hey, guess what? He drove a Pepsi car. I love Pepsi. The
Hey,
pick makes
fuck
sense.
off.
I mean, Mike, you still got a good one left.
Yeah, Richard Petty.
There's the obvious, yeah.
I just did that to fuck over Mike.
Sal, who do you want?
I want. Oh shit! Hold on.
Sal's got back-to-back picks here, too.
David
No.
Pierce.
Oh,
Yeah.
Solid pick.
I like that pick.
Solid pick. Solid pick.
Hey,
And
Sal.
then next pick, give me. Oh, Yarborough.
Oh, you fuck.
Hale Yarborough.
Okay.
Ryan. Tony Stewart.
I wasn't gonna pick Tony.
I don't care. You want, you fucker.
Let me see here.
Absolute bitch.
Let's go Davey Allison.
You motherfucker. Fuck you.
This dude
Ryan.
is a menace.
Fuck you. God damn it. Fuck. Look, I was going for the death squad. Dale Earnhardt, Davey Allison. Fucking, you motherfucker. God damn it. Fuck. All right. Anyway, here. Jesus Christ. Fuckhead.
He can't even fucking, like, he's coughing.
I will take. I just saw him. Where'd he go? AJ Foyt.
Okay.
Then I get back-to-back picks here, so I'll take DW.
Damn it. I almost picked him. I just want to
Solid
fuck Ryan
pick.
over.
Solid pick. I did want to go Wall Trip.
And then we're doing 4 rounds, right?
Yep.
So I'll do 2 new a day drivers since I just did 2. Actually, no, Jimmy would be considered a 2003 type driver. I'll go Chase. Why not?
Okay. Chase Elliott off the board. Russell.
Harvick.
That's a good pick. Ryan.
Mark Martin.
Solid pick.
That's a really good pick. I like that. And for me, I got to put some thought into this one. I got a couple guys that I'm looking at here. I don't know if I want to go like based on championships or wins. It's kind of a tough balance here. Give me Kyle Busch. Val?
Give me. Damn. Give me Denny Hamlin.
Okay. You up again?
And give me. Alan Kulwicki.
Motherfucker.
I like
I was
that.
just looking at Alan Quickie. Okay, that made this a little tougher.
Mine down to a couple here. Don't exactly know which one that I want to go with. This is tough. This part is where it gets tough. It's very subjective here. I'm gonna go with Bobby Allison.
Oh, you
That's a good
motherfucker!
pick. That's a good
You
pick.
motherfucker! That's who I
Good.
was.
Fuck you, bitch. You pussy bitch. Fuck you. Your
Ryan,
turn.
don't you
All right.
fucking do it.
I don't know what you're looking at right now. So, oh boy. You know what? Give me Carl Edwards.
God damn it!
Motherfucker. Jesus fucking Christ. Ryan, I'm going to put you in a goddamn casket one day. I swear to God.
Oh, man. That sounds like what you were talking about earlier.
Fucking Christ.
I didn't think he was going Carl Edwards. My
Let's see who's been taken.
There's some names that I'm really surprised that haven't gone off the board.
Oh, hey, I need that. Thank you.
Definitely one that I'm interested to see if anybody actually picks. His wins are kind of low, though.
But was he really consistent?
I will take. Buddy Baker.
Okay.
Buddy Baker. Okay.
I need a older
Closing
driver
out,
here.
Matt.
I need a older driver here to go. Yeah. I'll take Rusty. Why not?
Rusty
I was
Wallace.
looking at Rusty. Rusty was probably going to be my next pick.
Yeah, I was surprised to see guys like somebody that I looked at, Terry Labonte.
I was thinking Terry, but then I just went with
Championship for him.
Yeah.
Matt
I was looking at
Kenseth. Kind of surprised that he didn't go. You know, almost 40 career Cup wins and the championship. Kyle Larson, Joey Logano are two interesting names there. Kurt Busch could have gone off the board. Benny Parsons, potentially.
I was iffy on Benny.
Yeah.
I don't have very many championships, but I do have a lot of speed.
I do believe all of my, aside from AJ Foyt, I think all of mine have won a championship.
I like where I'm at. I got racers on the squad. Richard Petty, Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, Bobby Allison.
Yeah, I like where I'm at.
Gut some stuff out.
I got Jimmy, who won 6 titles. I got Chase, so I'm checking off the road courses.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of the schedule right there.
Good point.
I like where I'm sitting at as well.
So we'll do something on the social media to see who actually to determine who actually wins that. Before we go, we don't really have much else to talk about. What is North Wilkesboro's future?
Probably not much.
Woof.
I think they'll keep it for a few more years. I can't imagine like you just put all this time and effort into it just for it to be
for a one-off.
one-trick pony.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing them try to do something to where you can run the outside, because I think it would be a really fun race if you were able to run the outside and like use some momentum there to maybe even like try to dive bomb in a way, try to like go down to the start at the top and then go to the bottom to try to pass anything to try to make it a 2-lane track. But
Yeah.
I definitely think it'll be here for, I'll say, at least 2 more years, because I don't think you put this much time and effort into it just for it to be done so quick.
Okay. Well, do you think it's a point race or an all-star race?
I think it'll. That's a good question. I think next year it'll be an all-star race, and then I think if you see the progression of it, maybe being able to run on the outside, they might be more opted to try to make it a points race for the year after.
Okay. What is everybody else's thoughts?
I think you keep it the all-star race for 2 years. If you do decide, because I mean, if think about it, if they do nothing, because another thing we kind of didn't really touch up on, I loved a non-gimmick all-star race. That was one of the things I really liked about it. Keep it the all-star race, and then just depending how the surface is, or like Matt said, if you're able to do something PJ1 or whatever the case may be to make that outside lane work, or shoot, even if the surface gets worn out badly in those 2 years, redo or resurface it, and then from there make it a points race. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Wessel?
Yeah, I think they'll probably run. I think this track, I don't know if I see a points race in the future for this track. But definitely like maybe it could work in at some point, but I think for the next several years, this may be the all-star race, because the all-star race kind of lost its identity for a while.
Yeah.
We've been moving it around from track to track. It was at Charlotte for who fuck knows how goddamn long, basically from the beginning, the inception of the all-star race.
Yeah.
And then they finally started moving it around. And then you revive a track like North Wilkesboro, it kind of feels like it's kind of set for it.
Yeah.
I'll give an A+ for the bringing back the track. It was great. The facility looked like they'd kind of revived it a little bit. Building up new suites and the exit of turn 4 was nice. But the package is not where it needs to be for that track, and that's where a lot of the problems were that we saw this weekend.
Ryan, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it probably should stay the all-star race just because of the nostalgia that it brings, but also I think you got that one track that can just maybe bring in more fans, because it's a short track, but it's also like this race that you're not racing for points but for money. Yeah. So you keep the nostalgia fact there, and then maybe if you can figure out a way to get the outside, maybe inch it to a points paying race, but I don't see that in its future. I say keep it where it's at.
I'd love for it to be a points race, just because I think that would get us one step closer to Rockingham. I think that would be.
And Rockingham's not even really run down. Like Rockingham's still in relatively compared to North Wilkesboro is in.
Yeah.
Like
I watched the 2004 Rockingham race, which was the last one they ran there, and it was awesome.
They still run races there, like the Didn't like the Arca West or something like that, or maybe. Not Arca West, Arca East run there. I'm pretty sure.
I know that they run on the little short track that goes with it. Like there's some series that run, like there's another track on the facility.
And I know they do like what's it called, like charity events there where you can run old race cars and all that on the track. So it's not like grass growing out of it the way North Wilkesboro was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so overall, good experience, fun to watch. I enjoyed it. Hopefully it gets better. I don't think the track had any problem. Like, I don't think it was the track's fault, I'll say.
No, I just think maybe more the car itself.
And the tire, I feel like.
Yeah.
The tire didn't wear. There wasn't enough fall off.
I think, so I'm kind of wondering, because these last few weeks, we've seen a pretty good tire that would, like, wear. And, I'm not, maybe not wear, but it definitely, like, we definitely saw time, like, being grip. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Grip. Yeah. We definitely saw a tire that was losing grip these last few weeks. And I'm wondering if Goodyear went ultra conservative here because of how shitty the surface is.
Right.
And I think that's maybe what we might have seen.
What I'm
Probably.
interested to see is I sent this to you guys. I don't know if everybody looked at it, but there's going to be a softer tire at New Hampshire.
I did see
Goodyear
that.
has been testing.
Yeah.
So lucky for me, I get to see that if it's entertaining. Hopefully that's great. But Denny Hamlin said, I saw an excerpt from his podcast today that he said that he believes that Goodyear can fix the short track problem. So
Well, that's good hearing it from someone as good of a source as Denny Hamlin is.
Yeah.
And like someone who's been around as long, that's definitely a good thing to hear.
Yeah.
Well, we had fun. All-Star. We'll have the longest race of the year next week. Coke 600. We'll talk maybe some Indy 500 too.
Ooh.
That'd be fun,
Maybe
right?
some-
I assume maybe some Monaco.
Maybe some Rhinus VK to the win.
Yo, Matt and I are on a long
I'm
shot.
on it. I actually got him. So Mike had told me about this, and I had bet him as soon as Mike told me. And I got him at plus 2,600, and then here after qualifying, he's already down to plus 1,000.
I had him at plus 3,000. Renus VK for the win, baby.
There you go.
So that'll be fun. We won't be live on Monday next week.
Happy Memorial Day.
It'll be Memorial Day. I'll be at Monday Night Raw.
Ooh, that might be something that I pop out to.
Yeah, so we'll be in Albany. My mother and I will be there attending. I got a new shirt. It's a Kevin Owens shirt. That's my guy. So we won't have a Monday pod next week. I believe it'll be Tuesday. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited to go see some wrestling. But I'm really excited for Sunday. I will be locked into the couch. Monaco, white.
What?
Indy 500, white.
What?
Coke 600, white.
What?
You know?
Only thing I'm going to get to see is the Coke 600 because I got to work.
Lame. Anybody watch the PGA Championship?
I did not.
How about that, Michael Block?
That was
What
incredible.
a story that is, right?
Yeah, the hole in one to give him kind of a chance at making the top 15, and then that up and down on the 18th was crazy.
God,
yeah, that's something that they could just make a Hollywood script off that
For
tournament, and they'd make a good amount of money.
Yeah. And he was invited to the tournament, the Charles Schwab this week, and he'll be invited to the RBC Canadian Open in a couple of weeks. We're a golf pod now.
And then he doesn't have to qualify for the PGA Championship next year because now he got the top 15.
If anybody hasn't looked at the Michael Block story, I definitely recommend it. It is awesome. He is like literally a PGA professional. Now you hear that, you might think, oh, it's a professional golfer. No, that's just the guy that runs like the golf course. Like he's the guy that administers lessons. And so with where he finished, like there's one PGA professional in the country that can play in the PGA Championship every year, and he was the guy. And with where he finished, that was worth about what 1,200 lessons he would teach would be. So
yeah, I mean
wild.
that
Cool
shot was
there.
that shot was incredible.
Just out of a movie. Awesome moment.
Yeah.
I mean, just it wasn't even like it bounced on the green or anything, and when it just went
slammed
straight,
yeah,
right into the cup.
Back to racing, though. Any final thoughts before we go?
I think our usual suspects are who to look out for this weekend. Larson, he's continuing speed. I wonder if Byron having early success has kind of pushed Larson and even Chase in a way to like try to up the ante here.
Yeah.
So I definitely think Larson's there. Trackhouse.
Yeah, it pushed Chase all right off the fucking bunny slope.
Trackhouse was good here last year, so I look at Suarez and Chastain to be contenders as well.
Maybe
it's what?
Maybe a sleeper and Chase Briscoe, and maybe we'll see. We'll see how the Fords.
We'll see.
See how the Fords run.
I think Chase had to win. Unfortunately, Sal picked him, so I couldn't.
I was going to pick
him.
Mike had a lot of picks stolen today.
Yeah, I was going to say Mike had Chase stolen twice right from Alan Wright's fingertips.
I wasn't going to pick Chase, to be honest, in the draft. I got Jeff taken from me though, which that hurt.
Ryan took.
Right. Well, before I go, I'm going to do this
back to back. And he left.
Just
what a
to make
scumbag.
He deleted him.
That son of a bitch, Ryan Parsons. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.